The only two teams that I can think of that would make a move for Aaron Rodgers, where Aaron Rodgers might want to go, is the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. The reason why the New York Jets, I think because the Jets are young. The Jets are one player, a quarterback away from possibly being a contender. He knows that. The defense was one of the elite defenses in the league. They have weapons offensively with Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore. And if they bring Denzel Mims back, if they want to bring back Corey Davis, which they probably aren't, they have an offensive line that could be at full strength coming back next year with Elijah Vera Tucker and maybe Mekhi Becton. Maybe they draft an offensive lineman in the first round at 13. Who knows? If they keep their first-round draft pick. But now you're hearing that the Green Bay Packers want 2 first-round draft picks for Aaron Rodgers. If any team, including the New York Jets, as good as Aaron Rodgers is, and he's fantastic, he's one of the best quarterbacks still in the NFL, top 4, top 3, you can't argue that. You can't. The numbers he put up this year with no wide receivers, his best wide receiver was a rookie, Christian Watson, who, by the way, didn't break out until the second half of the season. And he was ranked, I think, 119th in the league when it comes to wide receiver numbers. He has not one, not even Lazar, he has not had one wide receiver that was in a top 100 in the NFL this year. Not one. And he still put up the numbers that he did. He still threw over 25, 27 touchdowns. I am not giving away 2 first-round draft picks for Aaron Rodgers. I would not give up that many for Aaron Rodgers. Not at all. Aaron Rodgers said on Pat McAfee's show that he is open to reworking his contract with the Packers. What does that mean? Does that mean he wants to be a Packer? We all know that there's a quarterback sitting on the bench that has come out and said that if Aaron Rodgers comes back, I want to be traded. Now, he is going on to his 5th-year option this year. Jordan Love is now going into his 5th season, his 5th option as a quarterback. They're going to give him his option because they don't want to lose him. After this year, they have to franchise him. He's not going to make much money because he hasn't played and you don't know how good he is. Why would you franchise a player that you don't know how good he is when you have other players that could make $18, $19 million and you want to save, you want to protect? So they're not going to do that. So they have to decide, is Aaron Rodgers worth bringing back for one more year? Because he has one more year left on his contract and $50 million. Even though he says he'll reconstruct it. Or is it better to trade him and try to get as much as you possibly can for him moving forward? Now, going to the Brett Favre thing, and we will kind of put this together tomorrow on the show because we'll get into the whole Aaron Rodgers New York Jets thing because there's a lot to get into with why I think it might be a good idea or might be a bad idea for the organization. And I'm going to bring in Brett Favre and when Brett Favre was actually brought in as a free agent and how it screwed up the Jets and screwed up coaching and obviously screwed up management and then obviously brought Rex Ryan in and people think helped them get to two AFC title games. But when you look at this whole situation, and there's a lot of things to look at, the Raiders are the biggest target for him. And that has a lot to do with Adams being there, Waller under contract still there. I think he has one more year left on his contract. Mm-hmm. Jacobs still have to figure out, but I think that if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Las Vegas Raiders, I think Jacobs re-signs with the Raiders. Why? Because it's going to open up the field. It's going to open up holes for him. He's going to be even more of a dominant back with Aaron Rodgers there. You see what Aaron Jones does. When Aaron Rodgers goes from Green Bay, you think he's going to be as dominant as he is right now? Not a chance. Because teams know they're going to run first, throw second. Even with Jordan Love. Yeah. Even if Jordan Love is a real good quarterback, they are going to run first. Teams are going to know that. Aaron Jones' numbers are going to go down. And you're paying a guy $12 million for numbers that are going to go down to possibly 1,000 yards at best this year and maybe 5 touchdowns. Because teams aren't going to give you the opening chances.